Hey guys, and welcome back to my Let's Play Expeditions Viking. In the last episode I travelled from the Kingdom of Northumbria to Pictavia, and I met with the Pictish King Constantine MacFerguson, and after gaining rights to dock my longboat at the port of Perth, I've sailed north to Orkneyjar to pick up Morkant, who escorted some carpenters to the island from Leicester, and then I've got a few things that I need to do here. Now, in the last episode I was talking about a quest that I hadn't been able to achieve, and I was wondering why the dialogue option wasn't coming up when I was talking to this guy that's just appeared on the island, and it's because there's a house in the town of Reed which I visited early in the game that I needed to enter with this key, and I think possibly I might have done it. See, I had a bit of an issue with the save game early on in the playthrough and I had to re-record some episodes. I possibly did it in my first version and forgot to do it in the second version because the order that I did things was different. So unfortunately I won't be able to complete this quest in this playthrough, and I assume I'm going to play this game again, so I'll have to try and remember that for next time. Anyway, so I'm going to talk to this new trader that's appeared on the island. Jarl Anders, it's an honor to meet you at last. My name is Hadinvi, Hedin's daughter. Been coming here as a trader from Portland for past 2 summers. It's kind of you to ask, Jarl, how goes the trade? It's kind of you to ask, Jarl. It's been going well till now, but you're taking Orkneyjar has disrupted my supply somewhat. And then she has bought some thralls from Stein, who was the previous owner of the island, and his raiders. We're supposed to pick them up by now and take them back home, where her buyers are waiting for them, but apparently they've escaped over winter. There are a dozen of them, and I have agreed to look for them. I'm going to buy some hides and also some wood. I'm well stocked for my next couple of upgrades at the homestead. Just going to pick up these items here, and I also want to get the axe, your uncle's axe from Stein the Clever. He offered to sell it to me last time I spoke to him, but I haven't taken him up on that offer so far. I believe I'll do that now. Will you sell me my uncle's axe? Of course. And then I'm going to use diplomacy too to get it for half price. Thank you. Okay, so it's a Dane axe, 31 to 39. That's better than what I've got. About 5 extra damage. And it's also got a higher armor piercing and critical damage, and plus 5% chance for an extra attack, which is nice. So that's definitely better than what I'm using. Okay, I think so I've got picked up a couple of quests here. So I've got No Escape and Lost and Found. I think they are actually both to be found on the same island or the same cave. So I'm going to sail there now. Before I go, I might actually have a look at my available skills. So I've got 240, I've got 14 to spend. What is leadership level 5? Ruse. Okay. It might be worth me grabbing something like this on Anders in the future. I don't know if I need it now. Throwing level 3 is definitely something that I'm looking at grabbing. Thick Skin and Bloodthirsty are feats that I'm going to want to get. Probably Opportunist as well. And also Relentless could be quite handy. I might go for Relentless now. I think that's going to be really good. Roscoe's got 13 points to spare. I'm going to go with the movement one, I think. Might go with Nimble. Or possibly Fortune Favoured. There's quite a few ones that Roscoe doesn't have yet. Go with Nimble. Give her a bit more, one extra movement point. Gunnar's got 21 points to spend. He doesn't have a stun, but probably doesn't need it. Gonna go for level 3 Golder. Base melee damage plus 20%. Fencer is probably going to be something I'm going to grab at some point, reducing flanking damage. He doesn't get flanked that often. This one could also be quite nice as well. Plus 30 melee damage when hit points are below 20%. Might have been a bit better for earlier in the game. So I could get Fencer and Adrenaline Junkie right now. Considering it, I might think about it. As life, 4 and 4 here. Throwing is another one I want to look at. He doesn't have the stats, so enough sense. So you need sense 4 for that one, sense 6 for healing. So he's not really available to do any of the buffing type stuff, unfortunately, which is a bit of a shame. There is a chance I could level up his bow skill. I'm just going to go with feats, I think. Quick feat could be nice. Sneak attack, dodge. I'm going to go with dodge. Nefia, 18 points, 4 on the spear, 1 in leadership. I'm going to level up leadership so I can get inspire, because I think that's going to be handy. Ketil's got 22 points. Healing level 4. Going to go with that one. I think that's good. Let's go. Okay, so the character Eggle gave us the location of this flooded cave. Ooh. Man overboard. Turn the ship around. As life. Light infection to the head from falling overboard. That's a bit of a pain. Ketil, Gunnar, Rosfer. The cave doesn't extend far into the rocks. A high ledge not far from the mouth looks like it might lead further into the cave. So these type of events also occurred in the predecessor to this game, Expeditions Conquistador. Now in that game, these types of events happened on the overland map, which they didn't have like physical levels, so it all happened through dialogue with a couple of pictures to sort of illustrate what was happening. I really enjoyed those in Expeditions Conquistador, and this is kind of the same type of thing that they're doing here, except it's happening in a 3D world. So Anders is strong, so I'm going to climb up the wall, and then I'm going to hang the rope back down. Okay, there's a cave mouth just here. Pool of shallow water quickly deepens. Underneath the water, a tunnel extends further into the cave. The water has a slightly unpleasant colour and smells stagnant. I think this is a finesse check, so I'm going to use leadership 4, and then Nefia volunteers to do it. So I'm going to send Nefia through. Now there's like an issue, I only noticed this this playthrough. Nefia is gone for what seems like an eternity with no sign of life. Eventually you realise she won't be coming back, and then Roska says, we need to get to the other side as well, she might need our help. So you dive into the pool, but then the descriptive text of what's happening doesn't make sense, because Nefia didn't come back. Nefia walks you through the turns and distances to get to the other side. Once everyone has memorised it, you dive in one by one. So there must be something that's been missed here with the steps. So possibly, I don't know. There's obviously an issue there with the writing. They haven't picked up on the fact that Nefia never came back, so they would have had to have rewritten this if they picked it up if there was ever an editing pass. The water is dark and hard to make out exactly which way you should go, but relying on the directions of Nefia, you soon find yourself emerging from the water in the other part of the cave. Once you've all gathered, you finally have time to look around the room, find several used torches around the room, and at the opposite end of the pool on some rocks you find some chests next to signs of extended human occupation, etc., etc. It's probably unnecessary descriptive text considering that you can see that here. Pick up the gold. So lots of valuables, 50 salvage, lots of salvage. Open up this last chest. And it looks like we're being ambushed. So there's 5 Norsemen have come through, so this must be Egil's buddies that he left behind. Hey, who are you? What do you think you're doing? This is our cave and that treasure is ours, and I'm gonna keep the treasure. Okay, so there's 5 of them, there's 1 archer. The archer's the one that's the main one I'm worried about, so I think I'm gonna stick to a position up on top of at the top of the cave and let them come to me. Get Anders out of the way there. Now there is partial cover here, so we're gonna move Rospa, Tatil, and maybe Nefia here. Move Aslife here. I'm going to move Gunnar back here. And we'll see how we go with that. Okay, so what's the archer going to do? Ooh, fire arrow. And it's a hit on Aslife through the shield as well, so I'm going to need to fix that. Now this part of the game, enemies start to get quite high DR. You can already see they're hovering around 70. So Rospa needs to cure that. And I think if Aslife has...
I can fix this!
Good! Good.
If he has a numbing tincture, he's going to have to use it. He does not. He's got mead. I do need to heal him. So I've now got a bit of a conundrum. I've got to heal Aslife, but I also need to do damage against these guys. I think the best way to do that is to use Inspire. So I've got a good shot here on this guy. And I need to turn off lethal combat. To heal Aslife if I can. Or maybe I should have done it on Rospa.
Let's take a look. Good! Good.
Move back. Nefia, we could do... to his favour, definitely. None of them are good. This character's got 6 movement points, so that character's definitely going to be getting in melee range. Go ready, and usually they'll try and avoid, so they might try and come around. And if you could get away, no. So I could also put a barricade down to block them from being able to come up one side. I don't know if I want to do that though. I think it would demoralize. That character might not be able to get a shot off this round. Okay, yeah, because of the ready, decided not to come up the hill. And they're trying to get rid of the demoralize on the archer so the archer can shoot someone. Okay, they're playing defensive now. I think all because I used ready on Aslife. So it gives me a chance to get a couple of pot shots on. Okay, that guy's down. I might be able to get a good shot off here as well. Yep. Okay, happy with that. Now, Anders. Just gotta be careful, like I can left click this scout character. It opens me up to getting shot and then hit by this guy who's got 4 movement points. What can Rosca do? Probably, scatter shot down the hill could actually be pretty nice. try. I've never used this in this playthrough yet. Hit that one. Concussed, blinded, parried. So a charge attack would kill, but then I'm stuck there, and I'm probably going to get taken out in the next round. Again, I think I'm going here and I'm going ready. Move to here, throw a rock. Didn't do anything. Back. I'm going to inspire Ketil for another shot. I only got one of these left though. That's a good lot of damage. And Nefia, she's got Taunt. Move one tile out of the way. I can actually get a hit off with that. Might move Gunnar here. I'm gonna go parry. We'll see what they do now. Who's he attacking? Anders gets a hit off too. Alright, that's no problem. Restore.
I can fix this.
They've used Tyr's Favor as well, which gives them high DR. So it's going to be a little bit tricky to get through. Ideally we would want Aslife here. That guy's got a very high damage. Ketil does have a shot. Also have a shot on the archer. Got Flaming Arrow. Aslife, what could you... I could do a tactical move. I could just left click. 85% DR though, that's pretty nice. I'm gonna go Fire Arrow on the archer. Throw rock. Somehow that actually works. Throw rock. I think I'll just go for... I'm going to move here and then left click. I'll just think a left click is a way to go here. Doesn't do much damage because Gunnar doesn't have armor piercing. He's got 79 DR. And Aslife. We go ready again, I think. I just have to hope that the archer and this guy don't kill Gunnar by focus targeting. That's a possibility that will happen. Ideally, Aslife would be in that spot. 33, that's probably not enough, and then the archer doesn't attack. Gunnar, 100% no ADR. It's down, and now I'm just going to try and reach that archer. Taunt is a possibility. Mental resistance 60, mental resistance 28. That works. So this guy's coming forward. He's done an interrupt. Doesn't go through Aslife's shield. charge him actually. Throw a rock. No damage. And Rosvar. Move up to here. Excuse me. Oh, okay. Three damage expected. Don't have any. That's basically the only thing I can do. Actually, Gunnar, you need to come back because you don't want to get hit by the shield guy. Just gonna use the left click. Tactical move, and then this guy should come forward. Oh no, he's healing. That works for me. I just need to get some characters in melee range of these two. That's fine. Damage. Maybe a stun? So his physical resistance is probably too good. Need to go for the shield hook. And as alive. Charge maybe? Resisted harried. Oh, nice hit with Reckless Strike. Did more damage than I was expecting. Nepia. Simple left click might be the way to go. And still not much damage because no armor piercing. Ketil does have armor piercing. Down he goes. Alright. Just this pesky archer left. That character's now flanked. Hey, use dust. No, I still can't use it. Alright. Oh, takes out the spear. Nice hit from Nepia, and then we should be able to finish that guy off. There we go. Alright, so now we've got to get out of the cave. Now, I have gotten stuck in this cave before. I'll show you why in a little bit. So, if you press the object highlighter, there's no real way that you can get out. And even if you use the quest tracker, it doesn't sort of work. Now, the way to get around it, I think, is you have to walk here. Yeah, and only on this sort of area, and then that triggers the dialogue. Dive to the other side. I think the first time I was stuck in there for like 5 minutes, loading my save game. I think I've got some more fighting that I've got to do from memory. So, back down the ladder. We should make sure we have everything. I think we do. Okay. What is that? I don't think... No, I think I've missed something. I'm just going to double check this autosave. Or maybe it's the autosave before it. Okay, dive to the other side. Let's try this again because there was another area that I needed to interact with. I think it was here. A shaft downward is exposed at the edge of the cave. The bottom nowhere to be seen. This is where the draft is coming from. It's wide enough to fit a person. Sense medium. Kick loose a rock into the hole, and echoes reverberate throughout the cave. Well, I'm just going to go climb down. Unfortunately, we sustained some injuries going through. Once free of the shaft, you drop a short distance to the ground and realize you'll have to find another way without a rope. Oh, so it takes me to the same place. And then I've just sustained injuries on a couple of characters apparently. I'm gonna load the game again, I think. What's the time? 6:03, so might be this one maybe. Nope. This is fine. Okay. No, I didn't have the sense to be able to detect where that goes. All right, back to the Jotunheim. Lost and found finished. And then probably sail back to Perth, I think. Okay, we've got a fish. What do we got here? We need to repair the mast with 20 wood. Need to pick someone to hold it. I'm going to go with Yali, and he ends up sustaining an injury to his arm. So we're going to have to fix those in camping. Apologies if there's music coming through. My girlfriend's cooking with reggaeton playing in the next room.
This is a strange town.
Alright.
No attempts have been made to fortify it, yet its peace remains unbroken. The people here must be fierce indeed.
How's life lacks it here? So I've got a whole bunch of looting to do in this area. That it is. So many containers. How much time have I got left on my next homestead upgrade? 5 hours, that's not too bad. It might be worth travelling and doing some camping to heal up my wounded party members, craft some armor, etc. And then I'll continue on after that. I think that's what I'm going to do, so I'm going to head out to the exit. There's a skill point canstone. I think I'm at 241. Yeah, so I've got 9 more till the next level. So that's 1, 2, 3 quests away, depending on what the quest rewards are. Might go here. We've got some starving characters. Faye, what can you do? Scouting? And is it just guarding? As life's guarding. Adis, we need some preserving. Greeter, that's fine. Gunnar, guarding. Hatkala, we want some armor crafting. We want another suit of lamella armor. $60 hides, and then we want armor oil for the movement, most likely. However, it might be a good idea to use armor padding for one suit. I'm still going to go with armor oil. For Ketil and Roscoe, that would be handy actually. Padded lamella armor with that. I'm going maybe on the next suit that I make. So I'm going to go with that one. I'll do some tinkering. Maybe a numbing tincture. We need some healing actually. Morkant. Heal as life. And Jali. And Rosfa. Actually, no. Rosfa can heal as life. Nephew double scouting. I think that's everything. Could also do some equipment repairing. Might leave that for now, possibly. Okay. Okay, the stronghold upgrade has been completed. Ketil sitting up at the fire, deeper in thought, poking the embers with the head of an arrow. Kjellborn wasn't my father. Shit, this is going to be more awkward than I thought. I feel like I did something wrong. I'm called Kolbjornsson because Kolbjorn was the man who owned me when Jorleif found me. Owned you? Me and my sister, yes. So Ketil was a thrall. In the 20 summers you've known Ketil, you've never heard of any sister. It appears this is to be a night of great revelations. My sister was called Sepha. It means calm, gentle. I don't know her, don't remember her so well. I wasn't that old when we parted, but you know that. I I don't remember who my real parents were or how Sefer and I got enthralled. My earliest memories were from Kolbjorn's farm, helping with the food, working with the fields. This was a stupid idea. Some things are best left unsaid. We're going to ask him to finish the story. Yes, your father came to the farm with his ship. I remember Grimulfer was there, and Holman and some of the other men. If you remember correctly, the journey from which your father brought Ketil home was north to Agda, and then up the coast to Rogaland. That would put this farm on the west coast of the Northlands. Kolbjorn had been treating us worse and worse. I remember he was going through some trouble, growing up stuff, too nuanced for an 8-year-old to understand. The emotion evaporates out of Ketil's voice, and he continues dispassionately, as though describing events that were relayed to him by someone else. I made some silly mistake, dropped something, and Kolbjorn flew into a rage. I think he was really scared of your father, but he took it out on me. He just hit me and hit me. Then Sefer jumped on him, tried to pull me off, and he picked her up and threw her back hard. I didn't really see what happened after that. I had blood and snot and tears in my eyes. There was a lot of commotion, and then it got really quiet. Olaf picked me up very gently. They led me out the back door, trying to prevent me from seeing Sefer dead on the ground and Kolbjorn with his bows hanging out. I'm sorry, good riddance, Kolbjorn, I mean, not your sister. Did my father kill your sister? No, Kolbjorn killed her. Olaf killed Kolbjorn for it. He obviously felt responsible for me. Kolbjorn's wife was long gone, so Olaf brought me back with him to Skern, and Manny took me in. Do you really not remember anything about your parents? I don't know if that's the right character. Just a hint of feeling sometimes when the wind carries a certain smell. And he has a talisman that we want to try and find someone who knows where it's from. Okay, so that's another quest that we've got to do. Alright, so I think I'm going to save the game here as Fwick, and then I'll continue later on.